Hey guys, Yankee Jeff, it's not your fault. Thanks for tuning in tonight. INYF family, I do appreciate all your support. We've done a great job this past couple weeks getting our enabling codependency and recovery stuff back up and moving again. I do appreciate all your support. I'm going to talk to you something about tonight. That's something called what's in your control, what's out of your control. But before we get into that, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let somebody know about this channel if you would please, so we can get some more people the help they need. Hit that notification bell next time I drop a video. This way you guys will be notified. One of my litter mates in my AL-ANON group made a fantastic program last night. Thank you, Myra. It was fantastic. And the program that she did was called Out of My Control. And she had this beautiful little pie chart here. One of the things we talked about was you sat down inside of a circle, and inside the circle, what do we control? Well, what we control is inside the circle. What we have no control over is outside the circle. So some of the things that we can talk about that we have control over, some of the things we can talk about that we don't have control over. So what are some of the things that you have control over? Well, let's talk about first your words. Your words you have control over, the things that you say, and words do have meaning sometimes, of course, especially when it comes to your loved one. The things you say will have an impact on them if they're lucid and they can actually understand you. Your words have impact. Okay, you have control over your words. Secondly, your thoughts. Your thoughts also. The things that you control over, you can control your thoughts. You can control what you're thinking about. A lot of times when you're dreaming, of course, your subconscious takes over. You don't have really a lot of control over your thoughts there. But it's once you work the process more, start working the program more, start working your steps more, you'll have better control over your thoughts as far as when you are confronted with your loved one's addiction. How do you react to it? Do you react to it by going to DEFCON 1? Or do you sit back, relax, meditate, pray, and give it over to God? Okay, those are your thoughts. Your response, well, there you go, perfectly. You have control over your response. If you come to a situation that's going to cause you anxiety or angst or fear or any kind of emotion that's going to be negative, these are things. Fear is a big thing also. Your response to it. How are you as a person that's trying to stay on the beam, going to respond to it? Okay, these are things that you have control over. Self-awareness, that's a big one. You have control of your own self-awareness to the point where you know what, in relationship to your loved one, where you stand in things. Okay, you cannot control their situation. You didn't cause their situation. You cannot cure their situation, but you can contribute to their situation. Okay, be self-aware. Don't put yourself inside their addiction to where you become a part of it. How you treat others, perfect. How you treat other people, of course, is up to you. That's your responsibility as a human being. Are you treating people with the dignity and self-respect that they deserve, or are you being reactive? Okay, we as codependents and enablers have a tendency to be reactive as opposed to being proactive. We react to a situation instead of first digesting it, taking it in, letting it marinate, and then making a decision how we're going to behave to it. Because again, that is your emotion that you're controlling, right? And how you treat other people is exactly that. That's your decision how you're going to treat other people. And I would hope you would treat other people with the dignity that they deserve, even when it comes to your loved one. Now, does that mean you have to embrace their addiction? Of course not. It's not your addiction to embrace. But you have to remember that if you come at them with a confrontational attitude, all they're going to do is either withdraw back, or they're also going to come at you confrontational. Confrontation doesn't solve anything. Okay. So those are some of the things that are in your control. What are some of the things that are outside of your control? I can talk for the next 3 hours about the things that are out of your control. What's something that's out of your control? The past. We've talked about this ad nauseum. It makes no sense whatsoever to waste any emotional energy on what's happened in the past, because you can't change it. That ship has sailed. It's over and done with. You cannot change the past. You can't. So why waste so much time trying to figure out how you're going to fix it? Because you can't fix the future, the past. What you can do, okay, is concentrate on today. Because a lot of people they think they can fix the future too. You can't. Future hasn't happened yet. How can you fix it? How can you control it? It hasn't happened yet. So today you can fix the present. Another thing that's out of your control, the result. You may not like the way things go. You may try and intercede and trying to interject yourself in a situation, and you don't like the way things turn out. The results is not something that you wanted. Well, you can't control the result, right? Don't get upset about that. Don't get so emotionally stressed out about something that didn't go the way you want it to go, because you can't control the result. All right, it's cause and effect. Whatever effect comes from the cause, if it wasn't what you expected, don't worry about it. It'll come eventually, but don't worry about the result if it wasn't the way you wanted it to go. The future, we just talked about this. You have no control of the past. You have no control of the future. The future hasn't happened yet. Why would you spend so much time worrying about stuff that hasn't happened yet? We worry so much time about stuff that has happened that we can't control. We worry about stuff that hasn't happened yet, and I'm guilty of this. You worry about what's the possible outcomes, what's the possible prognosis, what's the possible result going to be. Why? Why put so much thought and effort into something that hasn't happened yet? It may go swimmingly. It may go off kilter. Who knows? But all you got to do is keep in mind that it's not going to worry. Don't worry yourself about something that hasn't happened yet, because you've got enough on your plate right now with your present, right? Wouldn't you say so? I would think so. Other people's opinion. Oh, well, we as human beings have to understand, and we have to make sure that everyone around us likes us, right? We have to all make sure that everyone likes us, and their opinions of us, they just absolutely control our emotions sometimes, and control our outlook and our feelings and our demeanor and our behavior, when in actuality, other people's opinions shouldn't mean a damn thing to you. And I mean that. It's the only person whose opinion should matter to you is you. Do you like yourself? Are you proud of yourself? Could you do better? Could you do worse? That's the opinion that matters, is yours. If you're married, you're in a relationship with somebody, yeah, of course, your loved one, your spouse, or your partner, their opinion does matter to a degree. But ultimately, I want you to like yourself first, and I want you to be approved of yourself first. If you don't approve of yourself, fix yourself. Okay. We all have the ability to change people's opinions of us, right? So stop trying. Okay. And it shouldn't really matter that much. Again, we all want to be liked. We all want to be loved. We all want to be approved of and be validated. But if it doesn't happen, who gives a darn? Sugar, honey, iced tea. Who cares, right? What others think of me, kind of the same thing. If people look at you as somehow that you're going through life with this burden of someone else's addiction on you, make it clear that's not your burden. Okay, it's not your burden. And if other people want it, another thing I love also is people who aren't dealing with a loved one that's battling addiction or alcoholism. Same thing. They'd like to go ahead and tell you what they would do if their loved one was was theirs. Unsolicited advice. I love that. It's wonderful, especially when it's coming from somebody who's a novice, doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. If that was my son or daughter, I didn't ask you. Okay, so shut up. I didn't ask you. Okay, you pray for these people, give them a pass, because they're not coming at it from a point of holier than thou. They think they're trying to help. They kind of see things from a very black and white eyeglasses. If your loved one is screwing up, well, kick them out of the house. Easier said than done. And I hope and pray that this person who gives you this advice never has to go through the same thing you're going through, because then they have to make the same choices that they're telling you that you should be making. Not so easy. It's not so easy, and it comes from that perspective. Okay. So what others think of you, and the results, the past, the future, other people's opinions. What are some other things? Please put it down in the comments. What are some of the other things that you have no control over? I'm sure that you can find quite a few. Each person watching this, if you would just drop down in the comments, think of one thing that you have no control over that I haven't mentioned yet, or something that you have control over that I haven't mentioned yet. Again, these are all things that there's no right or wrong answer. We all want to make the right decision. We all want to try and keep ourselves from falling down the abyss with them. It's an old cliche, but if you ain't right, you can't make anyone else right. Okay. So get yourself right, get yourself healthy, get yourself on the beam, go to your meetings, read your books, read your chapters, do your steps, get a sponsor, become a sponsor, work your program. Okay. This is not going to be something that can happen overnight if you don't work your program. If you're not working your program, none of the stuff that's ever going to help you. Okay. There's other avenues besides Al-Anon. I just happen to be an Al-Anon person. I'm a big supporter of Al-Anon. And that's what I'm saying. That's a lot of my context is Al-Anon based. But if you're not a step person, go check out a favor meeting. Okay. Faces and Voices of Recovery. Those are wonderful people over there. There's so much help out there for you. There's online classes. There's AI. There's idiots wearing hair hats. I mean, there's so much help out there if you look for it. It's not an excuse to say I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn, because there's plenty of places to turn, right? So that being said, I want you guys to keep in mind, I am not an expert. I don't have a degree, a master's degree from Enabling University. What I am is a lifelong enabler and codependent. So those are my qualifications. All right. Don't feel like that just because I am not have a doctorate in addiction counseling, that somehow I can't possibly give some advice. I used this adage before. You can go to a 5-star restaurant with a chef that's been chained by Juilliard's, that's a 10-year certificate, and get a great meal. You also get a great meal from a food truck. Does the food truck person have less experience than the person working at the 5-star restaurant? Probably not. Actually, probably more. So don't sell people short just because they don't have a bunch of letters after the last name. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Keep coming back. It works if you work it, but it begin with you. And by all means, say a prayer for the prayer. So say a prayer for people that have a low opinion of you or an opinion about you, period. Say a prayer for them because they don't know what they do, right? God bless, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Again, keep coming back. And tell somebody about this channel, please. I really appreciate it.